back to my channel. So as you guys can see, I'm in a new location, I guess you could say. As we all know, that white wall is just temporary. I think this will be my new permanent filming area from now on because I like it. It's a lot cleaner, neater, and I just like the background. It's just overall better. So this video is long overdue. I couldn't make this video for a month and a half because my iMovie wasn't working. And now that my iMovie is working, I was like, well, I really want to post this video, but like, how can I post it? And as you guys all know, France and the US have been in the news recently because Donald Trump withdrew the US from the Paris Accord. And I was like, perfect, I can post this video because, you know, it's somewhat relatable. So here's this video. And pretty much I wanted to share this experience with you guys because it was a very memorable experience for me. And it is a bit political, but I would try not to get too political with you guys. But yeah, I just want to share this experience with you guys because I had a great moment. No. I had a great time being able to be in that moment and experience that once in a lifetime experience. So yeah, so as you guys all know, late April, France elected a new president, Emmanuel Macron, and he was the underdog in the election. His opponent was Marine Le Pen, and Le Pen, she's this nationalist, far-right, anti-immigration, Islamophobia candidate, and she is pretty much like Trump. That's the best way to describe it for those who aren't too political. Yeah, she's just like Trump, and his campaign, Emmanuel Macron's campaign, his win was very historic because he's the youngest president. He's 39 years old, and the president that was prior to him, the president that used to hold that title was Napoleon's nephew, which I didn't even know he ran for president. But yeah, and his campaign, he didn't have the typical campaign. He didn't have the typical party. He wasn't affiliated with a political party. So I guess the best way to describe his campaign was a grassroots campaign. And he called his campaign on Marche, which just means on the move or on the go. And that's literally how he ran it, like literally grassroots people. There was no major headquarters or offices, just people like doing things within their homes or, you know, that sort of thing. And like I said, he was totally the underdog. He doesn't come from a political background like Marine Le Pen or many others. He was a banker, and then prior to that, he was, the previous Minister of Economics. So his field is in economics, of course, but he doesn't have any political experience. And so for him to make this huge win, it said a lot. It said a lot not only to France, but to the rest of the world, you know, because we kind of had this domino effect that's been going on with, you know, the whole Brexit in the UK, and then in the US with Trump winning, and then it was like, okay, you have Marine Le Pen, and you have Macron, like if Marine Le Pen wins, is there going to be a Frexit, like what's going to happen? And he won, and it was good because when he won, it said that the French, you know, it said that, you know, we're going to stand up against hatred, we're going to stand up against anti-immigration, against Islamophobia, all these things that I wish the US would have stand up for, and I wish Hillary would have won. But it was good to see that, and the world was watching because so much was at risk. And just to be at his victory speech was amazing, and it was kind of a spontaneous thing. My boyfriend, you know, he was, you know, anxiously waiting the results, and he was like holding my hand, and I was like, yeah, you know, being an American, I can relate to, you know, to that experience. And, you know, it was a very nerve-wracking time for him, and I was like, no worries, like, I believe in France. And then he won, and when he won, it was by a landslide. So it was just crazy. And my friend was like, I was like, where is he speaking at? You know, where is he giving his victory speech? And he's like, at the Loop. And I was like, okay, let's go. And so we won, and it was just amazing to be in that moment. to be there surrounded by so many French citizens, so many French people, and the ambience is very positive, very light, happy, cheerful, everything you can imagine, and just see red, white, and blue everywhere, which feels so weird saying, because when you think of red, white, and blue, I'm associating in my head with America, but yeah, it was amazing, and just seeing, you know, the Francophone culture and the performances. You had people from, you know, West Africa performing, people from France performing, all over, and it was just such a beautiful, beautiful sight to see. I was so so proud to be there, and I wrote on Facebook, you know, je suis américaine, mais ce soir je suis française, meaning, you know, I'm American, but tonight I am French, because that's how I felt. I felt so proud of the French people, and it was their moment, you know, the world was watching, and they were successful. They voted for someone who wants to unite France as a whole, who believes in, making France better, as well as, you know, the rest of Europe, and who believes in immigration, who's not against it, who doesn't oppose it, who, you know, who's welcoming to immigrants, and all these great positive things that we need in this world. Because right now I feel like this world, we're fearful of the unknown, and because of that we have all these hatred, anti-immigration, anti-this, anti-that. So it was nice to see someone like him, who just kind of brings, like, I guess you could say, a just positive vibe to France. And it kind of reminded me of the Obama rally, because France is way smaller than the US, and it was in Paris, so you really can't compare. So it reminded me of Obama rally because of that, like, size-wise, and because, you know, when I went to the Obama rally, it was so refreshing to hear someone who is not your typical campaign, who's the underdog, who has all these fresh new ideas. And it reminded me of that. And it also reminds me of Bernie Sanders. Emmanuel Macron reminded me of Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders, he was the underdog, you know, not only for the election, but for the Democratic Party. His own party doubted him. And he, you know, like I said, he wasn't your typical campaign. He wasn't your typical candidate. You know, he wasn't your typical person from Washington. You know, he was a really down-to-earth guy who literally almost had like the same grassroots movement for his political campaign or presidential campaign. So, you know, it reminded me Bernie in that way. And being there in that moment, I was just in awe of everything. And it was a great cultural experience. And I also couldn't help to think, you know, this could have been us, the US, this could have been our moment, you know, Hillary would have won. But it is what it is, and I couldn't be more happy for the French people. And I really do believe that Emmanuel Macron would do amazing things for this country, and for the rest of Europe. And already, you know, he's encouraging scientists from the US to come to France and study, and he'll give them a grant and all that good stuff. So yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to share my video with you guys, because I want you guys to see this experience. So like I said, it was an amazing cultural experience for me. And being a political science major, like, I just love this. I was so happy that I got to experience, I feel like, this once in a lifetime moment. And yeah, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this as well. So here it is.
Vous êtes des dizaines de milliers et je ne vois que quelques visages. Merci. Merci d'être là, de vous être battus avec courage et bienveillance pendant tant de mois. Parce que oui, ce soir, vous l'avez emporté. La France l'a emporté. Ce que nous avons fait depuis tant et tant de mois n'a ni précédent, ni équivalent. Tout le monde nous disait que c'était impossible. Mais ils ne connaissaient pas la France. Merci de votre confiance. Merci du temps que vous avez donné. Merci de votre engagement à toutes et tous. Merci des risques pris par certains. Je les sais. Cette confiance, elle m'oblige. Et j'en suis désormais le dépositaire. Ne pas vous décevoir. Être à la hauteur de celle-ci. Et porter, durant les 5 années qui viennent, l'élan qui est le vôtre, l'élan que vous représentez. Je veux aussi ce soir avoir un mot pour les Français qui ont voté pour moi sans avoir nos idées. Vous vous êtes engagés. Et je sais qu'il ne s'agit pas là d'un blanc-seing. Je veux avoir un mot pour les Français qui ont voté simplement pour défendre la République. Face à l'extrémisme, je sais nos désaccords. Je les respecterai. Mais je serai fidèle à cet engagement pris. Je protégerai la République. Et je veux enfin avoir un mot pour ceux qui ont voté aujourd'hui pour Madame Le Pen. Ils ont exprimé aujourd'hui une colère, un désarroi, parfois des convictions.
Hey guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry the quality wasn't the best. Some of these videos were on Snapchat, so you all know how that is. But nonetheless, I hope you enjoy this experience, and yeah, so thumbs up if you like it. Please comment below, only positive comments, and if you don't like this video, you can exit stage left. Bye guys.
Magic System, Red One,
Feel the magic in the air.